What's up, my two subscribers, possibly one? You guys are awesome. I had this really interesting debate with someone recently about the nature of the Joker and Harley Quinn's relationship, and I came up with this kind of crazy theory that he was shocked and he kind of started to get the idea. But it's my own opinion, and of course, it means nothing compared to the people who are writing comic books. But this is just my take on the relationship. So basically, the question is Joker loves Harley? Does he? Really? He doesn't really like to show it, you know what, with the kicking her out, the random trips to the hospital, and just not really seeming to care much about her. So here's the thing. For me, it comes down to the third most important person in the Batman mythos. Boom. That's her. Right there. See her? She's the third most important person in Batman. Completely. More important than Alfred. More important than, oh no, about Bruce. But basically, she is one of the compounded reasons as to why the Joker became who he is. God, I look horrible. You see, blonde hair, nice woman, smile, and if you can't tell, she's kind of pregnant. You know, she's got and the hands on that glove right there. That most likely symbolize that they're having a boy are the Joker's. This is his wife, who he affectionately often called Jeannie. You see, the Joker was married to a woman named Jeannie, and she was actually pretty cool. You see, the Joker, God, that's a terrible picture, had this dream. He wanted to be a comedian. He worked at Ace Chemicals, and she was like, it's fine. Go follow your dream. Do what you love. And if you can't tell, it didn't really wind up going too well. After he quit his job at Ace Chemicals, he kind of wound up living in a terrible environment. But she was always nice. She was always supportive, even though they had fights, even though the Joker was like mentally cracking at the seams. She kept him together. Don't worry, not, not about any of it. I still love you. You know, you make me laugh. As you can see, Joker ain't really laughing right there. See, that's the odd thing. She pretty much is. Her demise is pretty much one of the reasons why the Joker became who he is. You see, she tried to convince him not to do the Red Hood mission into Ace Chemicals with those two idiots. But, you see, the Joker had to do it anyhow. He found out that same night, actually, right before Batman sent him into the vat of chemicals that turned him, that she had died. Which really sucks. And it kind of goes on to the question as why Harley's in his life. After having such a terrible loss, after having that happen to him, how could he, you know, have a relationship with another woman? Well, here's my whole take on this. I don't think their relationship is very sexual at all. I don't think it's based in that. I think it actually is something to do with what the Joker had and wanted. He has a blonde woman, Harley's blonde, and she kind of acts like a kid, just a little bit, you know? Even though what winds up happening is Joker kicks her out, oftentimes hits her, abuses her, and sends her away. They wind up kind of seeing each other again. Even though all of Harley's friends, her two friends, Poison Ivy and Catwoman, are just like, no, don't do it. Don't go back. Why does she constantly go back? I think it's because the Joker actually, in his own way, does really actually love her. You see, this is the weird thing. Harley's ridiculously dependent on him. He doesn't care. He often sends her to the hospital. Batman. Yeah, the animated series, that was pretty crazy. Now that I think about it, when I was a kid. And what ends up always happening is the Joker turns around. He does something extremely nice. Feel better. And I kind of think I understand where these violent outbursts come from. Think about it like this. The Joker lost his wife. He did. And it's pretty much his fault. If he hadn't been off doing Red Hood stuff, getting suckered into going to Ace Chemicals, he would have been there to hopefully help his wife, to save her, to save his child as well. And Harley is a constant reminder of the good parts of his relationship with his wife, his past, and the bad parts. Every time he sees Harley, he sees the woman that she kind of stands in for. This really caring, really beautiful, really considerate woman that the Joker let die, that is completely out of his life now because he failed her. And I think that kind of sends somebody a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Just saying. You know? It's this constant battle between how she reminds him of his wife, and she also reminds him of his failures. Gets pretty freaked out, gets pretty angry. But all in all, eventually she grows on him. She's there as a stand in at first, and I feel that the relationship is so crazy because he doesn't. I guess he just doesn't want that past to continue to bother him, to bother his psyche. But then again, he's got to deal with it, sadly. That's kind of my thought process on why the Joker and Harley are the way that they are. But you know what? I really think that they love each other a lot. Well, there's no question that she loves him. But I think after a while, she became more than just a stand in. And I think that also does hurt the Joker sometimes when he realizes he loves her, possibly more than Jeannie. Well, anyhow, that was my theory. I hope you guys liked it. My like 2 subscribers. Tell me if it was kind of dope. I'm kind of a little new to how I'm doing these, and I'm hoping to do a couple more very soon. So thanks for watching. I'll probably put out more videos on my thoughts, and peace, people.